Hello, and thank you for taking the time to watch this short walkthrough of the EnGauge platform. My name is Rocco Percelio, and I'm the director of Slate Front End here at Carnegie, and I'm excited to show you the components and features that are built into our EnGauge platform. Within EnGauge right now, the suite of products includes both EnGauge Apply and EnGauge Enroll, two distinct models working towards predicting the conversions that are unique to those stages of the application process. Working and on its way as well is EnGauge Retain, another specific model working towards helping out our folks in the student success realm. EnGauge, like I mentioned, is a predictive model that is based off of millions, if not tens of millions of rows of Slate data, which is currently sitting in your Slate instance right now. We work to take that information, operationalize it, and create a really strongly correlated predictive model that helps you engage with your students in a way that is most appropriate for them in their current phase of the application cycle. So what goes into EnGauge, and what do our partners who work with EnGauge receive as scores and as these options to interact with students? So let's start by taking a look at the values that folks will receive as part of the EnGauge Apply model. As you can see here, we're using something called the research configuration of Slate. We're using the research configuration to make sure that we're able to receive iterative data, rows specific for each score that we are sending for each of our students. EnGauge is interesting because it is a engagement score that can go up and it can go down over the course of the application cycle, depending on how students are engaging with your content. So it's important to have that change history as well as what the current score value is. We also leverage the research module rather than custom fields to avoid any instant slowdown or any hiccups we might have running with this large amount of information that we're dealing with living on your custom fields table. So we leverage this research configuration to make things a little bit more seamless for your daily users so they don't experience any interruptions. The values that you see that you can get here are a couple of different predictive values that we send over as part of the model, but the most important one here being the apply score. The score is a 1 through 10 bucket, 1 being the least likely to apply and 10 being the most likely, into which we group these students based on the engagement model which we've built for them. So remember, 1, students that are least likely to perform that conversion, and 10, those that are most likely. You can see here within Apply, we actually send over 2 of these scores. We regroup students once among the entire population of prospects and inquiries, and then again within inquiries themselves. We do this to make sure that we have an as accurate and as precise as possible within each of these populations, knowing that your prospect population and your inquiry population often behave in different ways. Now, the last piece of data that we will be sending back over that I'm really excited about is what we're referring to as the student signal. The student signal is a representation of how a student is currently engaging with your materials and with the content that you are putting out. So this isn't necessarily how much overall have they engaged, it's are they listening right now? Are the number of engagements ramping up? Are they petering off? Are they kind of all over the place? With student signal, we are going to send back one of 4 prompts that define where the student is in their journey right now. Are they accelerating? Are they exploring? Are they fading? Or are they just plain inactive? And you can use this value to not only streamline who to communicate to, but also how you can communicate with them. Use the student signal as an opportunity to segment messages so that you have different calls to action. Students who are just starting to tune in to your messaging, maybe you don't want to hit them with the apply today call to action, while those that you know are locked in and are accelerating their engagement, now might be the right time to hit them with that call to action. So again, these are all about providing ways that our partners can analyze and the likelihood of students creating these conversions and then create the optimal experience for them. So with these scores that you're going to be receiving, what is the data? What are the data that are underpinning these predictions? If we take a look ahead and take a look at the content within each of our query bases here that we are exporting, you can see exactly where we're getting this information from. We are exporting address information, applications and decisions. You can see all of the bases of information that we're exporting here. And what I want to point out is that when we're exporting ping and emails, both delivery and clicks, you can see we're exporting individual rows of these data to be aggregated within our model system itself. These queries here will feed out 3 years of historical data, as well as the ongoing current data, against which we will measure and construct a model that we can use throughout the ongoing application cycle to score our students based on their current levels of engagement. Because of the efficiencies that we've put in place within this query suite and within the source formats that are receiving these scores, at present, we can deliver engagement scores on a daily basis, fully automated without any intervention from your team. So again, tens of millions of rows of data that are being pushed out into a personalized model that is built on 3 years of the data of how your students engage with your materials and your campus. All of this rolled into a simple predictive score that you can use to control how you communicate to and who you communicate with during these important conversion moments. So, if you're wondering how do my staff utilize these scores and how will Carnegie be supporting us in using the engagement scores moving forward throughout the cycle? Well, as with all services that include enrollment strategy from Carnegie, your journey will start at your Carnegie Enrollment Dashboard. The Carnegie Enrollment Dashboard, as you can see in front of you right here, is a dashboard that includes some historical funnel summaries. It includes the current kind of description of your conversion rates from funnel stage to funnel stage. You can look back, you can look forward, and you can monitor some goal tracking as well. This is meant to be included so that all Carnegie partners have a quick at a glance look at where they are historically over time. As well, all Carnegie related reporting for any Carnegie supported service will be included within the Carnegie enrollment dashboard as well. So if you're looking for EnGauge, go to your Carnegie enrollment dashboard, look for the model that you're specifically looking to attend to. In this case, it will be the apply, and go ahead and click. This will take you to the model page where we have 3 action lists. Within EnGauge, you will work with your EnGauge strategist to develop 3 different populations or cohorts of students that you would like to have the most access to. In this case here, you can see that we have 3 different examples. We have the biggest score increase. So from yesterday to today, whose score increased by the most? Does that mean that they're the most engaged student? Let's find out. Let's reach out to them. We also have high interest, no visit, really, really high engagement score, but for whatever reason, they haven't been able to get to campus yet. Maybe we want to push them to do that. And then our last example here of just, hey, they had a recent interview and they're super highly engaged. Maybe we want to follow up with one last push over the cliff for them to apply. This action list here is really powerful because not only does it provide the names of those students and some information about them, it is also searchable. Let's see all of the students that are in California right over here. It is also sortable, so you can sort by the state or by any other metric that you want to sort by to make quicker work of assessing who you want to reach out to. Now, also nicely within this, if you want to reach out to that student, you don't have to go anywhere to do that. Simply click on their name, and a pop-up will appear that will show recent interactions. It will show some general and demographic information as well as their recent score history. Now, directly from this pop-up, you will be able to view their Slate record, email them directly using the Slate built-in functionality. Your snippets will come over. Your ability to use Slate voice and Slate video will be fully represented within this portal because this portal exists within your Slate instance. No extra logins needed or passwords. It uses your Slate credentials for you to access this platform. You'll also notice that should a student have a mobile phone number, you will also be able to call and text them using the Slate standard functionality as mentioned as well. And if you need to log another interaction, feel free to do so. So the goal here is to provide three distinct cohorts of high target populations that you want to have opportunities to engage with these students reciprocally. You know that they are engaging with your content, so make it as easy as possible for your staff to reach back out to these students in intentional ways. The way I kind of view this is you have 15 minutes and you don't know exactly what to do, go into your EnGauge portal, pull up your action list, and go ahead and reach out to two or three students in that list. These lists can be user aware, so if you would like for your recruiters or admission counselors to be able to see only the students that are relevant to their recruitment territory, of course, we can set it up to work that way as well. You'll notice we do include a couple of additional pages here, primarily for transparency and also flexibility with our partners. So as I move forward, we're going to start by looking at the reporting page here. The reporting page, as it exists right now, contains a data explorer, which we will work with you to configure so you can get at a glance quick analysis of your engagement scores across a bunch of different spectra. So the Data Explorer tool within Slate allows for quick pivot tables, bar charts, etc., based on predefined data exports here. Some common examples that we often see here would be the apply score compared against state. You can also see the apply score against staff assigned, so you can go ahead and see how your staff are looking in relation to these buckets that we have here. Again, the reporting tab is meant to be flexible, so we can work with our partners to include some additional reporting that they would like to see on this page as well. Moving back, let's check out our model performance page. The model performance page includes both prospects and inquiries only, and this is meant to show the projections of our model at present versus the actual results of the current incoming class. This again is from transparency, but a way that your enrollment strategist as well as your EnGauge strategist will work to make sure that the model is performing appropriately and again give that information back to y'all as well. So that's just about everything that's included within the EnGauge platform. And again, I thank you for taking the time to walk through this with me and learn a little bit more about EnGauge. And should you have any questions, please reach out to us. We're happy to discuss at any point. Thanks.